auction over a second-hand VHS tape, but then was hit by a Winnebago. So his assistants Nick and Joe massage every corner of his drone. For the cassette then is our only hope, but in the meantime, they'll play the greatest hits they found. VCR Party Live, VCR Party Live, Melinda's.
Well, hello,
Melinda's. All right, VCR Party time. It's Tuesday night. I'm Joe. That's Nick. That's Steve. That's George. And we watch VHS tapes for a living. That's all we're doing with our lives. I'm in Jakester's basement once again. I'm not in the office, but at the office we have 11,000 VHS tapes. Isn't that right?
And in Jakester's basement, there looks to be a Dark Side of the Moon poster.
Yep.
So,
well,
and
he told me that he just had a garage sale recently and sold a bunch of the stuff down here. And I thought for sure the Pink Floyd poster was going to be going because it's still in the shrink.
Yeah,
it's covered in dust. I thought for sure that would go at the garage sale. No, it's still here. He has plans for it, I guess.
Well, unless anyone wants to make an offer in the comments, maybe he'd sell it. So you're in
very
Wisconsin.
rare poster.
Yeah, for that deep cut album. And we usually start off with a found footage festival classic, and tonight is no different.
You caught me with my pants down, but no one sells carpet or waterbeds for less.
Well, on Sunday, I think everyone will remember where they were when they found out Angela Lansbury, the star of Murder, She Wrote, star of the stage and screen, was getting a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Tonys. And that's enough of an excuse for us to show her classic kind of new agey fitness video called Positive Moves. I think this was in our very first exercise video montage, right, Joe?
It was. Yeah. And I remember it felt like she was making it up as she went along. It felt like they had like a loose outline or something, like a Curb Your Enthusiasm episode. Like they have a loose outline that they're working with. And then there's one scene where she's just like kind of walking around the room. She's like, sometimes I just walk around the room. It's like, oh wait, that's a walk around the room?
Yeah, like she's going through her routine. And like most celebrity hosted fitness videos, they have like a professional instructor there, and the celebrity just kind of introduces it and is one of the people doing the moves in the background. But no, Angela Lansbury, it's all her. It's what she likes to drink, what she likes to eat, how she applies lotion. And it's filmed in her home. So I think you're right. I rewatched this whole thing. I re-imported it for this. And so here are some highlights from Angela Lansbury's Positive Moves.
Linda Mixers, are you listening?
I'm so happy you could join me. One of the
That's a classic. Well, hello. We caught her in the middle of admiring her flowers. So yeah,
it is a hello. Remember we were gonna do this week in hello. This week in Ohio.
Yeah, this is hello.
Oh, hello. I'm so happy you could join me. One of the questions that I'm most often asked is, how do you manage to work as hard as you do and still maintain your health and energy? I have a little routine that helps me to swing into action each morning. After I get out of the shower.
Lansbury's showing some skin.
Yeah, I'm going to say a handsome lady. She's very attractive woman, but it's weird to see her this nude, like right out of the gate.
Murder, she still got it. Yeah, she still got it though. Like, looks good,
Yeah, and I think like
she suffers from Wilford Brimley disease, where they've always been old. Like as long as I've known them, she's always been old.
Right.
She's
been what, Steve?
In the Manchurian Candidate, she played was it Sinatra's mother? And
a mom of Sinatra's friend. And that was like what, 60, 70 years ago?
Yeah, that's like
years ago.
That's an older movie, and she was already playing a mother. But yeah, and I know her from Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. That's what I first saw her in, the Disney movie where they fought Nazis with reanimated skeletons from a museum. Worth a rewatch.
Last summer, we were up at a cabin, and my brother and I was late at night, and we were drinking, and like we turned to a channel, and Murder, She Wrote was just starting. We're like, should we watch an episode? we've never seen an episode before, and we got drunk and watched Murder, She Wrote, and it was really boring. Really boring. Yeah.
All right. Well, here's
true story. True story, though. That's a true story.
Here's her lotioning routine, which I think is working because she's still very with it and active.
The shower, I give myself a mini massage with aloe lotion. By doing this massage every day, I am literally staying in touch with my body. I can't help but be aware of whether or not I'm in shape. Once you've really examined your body, you have faced the moment of truth. This next move is my own invention. I call it on-land swimming.
Making it up as she goes along.
Now I'd like you to come along with me and enjoy just moving freely.
Yeah, she's walking around the living room.
Feeling free. Oh yeah, I'll play this part too.
Oh, I love to catnap.
Okay, I'm gonna leave
She's
it there.
taking a nap.
Yeah, we just watched Lansbury take a nap for a little while. Yeah.
She's taking a nap.
Yep.
Like she's making this. I mean, but whatever. We can make fun of as much as we want. She's still like kicking. She's still doing well. So positive moves, they must work.
I think so. Yeah, it's all about the attitude. Steve, are you positively selling out?
Oh, heck yeah. Today's Sellout Steve sponsorship brings us the debut from a Milwaukee-based metal band called Pillaging Villagers. I was listening to him today. It's pretty awesome. I think I didn't have any coffee, and I'm ready to go.
That artwork looks like that's awesome. I like it a lot, and I'm proud that they're from Milwaukee too.
Yeah. The vocalist David Frazier has been a long-time Melinda. They merged the punk-influenced aggressiveness of crossover thrash with the Celtic melodies of folk metal. The peasant metal of Pillaging Villagers takes the listener on a journey to a medieval world of pitchfork-wielding rebellion where songs of victory and sorrow alike are belted out and the tankards raised high. And I listened to it today. I think that's an accurate description. You can check out their recently released debut album, which the Angry Metal Guy from angrymetalguy.com called an underground classic. By searching for Pillaging Villagers on Bandcamp, you can see the link above me. You can also go to Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you stream music, and I highly recommend it. You don't get coffee, just put on this, and you'll be fine.
Nice, yes. That's a hell of a description, too. That was very well written, and it totally sold me. So I'm going to listen to this on Spotify today.
George, support the Melindas that support us.
Yes, good point.
Yes, absolutely.
And George, your band Overlord, people expect your cover art to look like this, but it doesn't.
That's true. It's a little bit of a misdirection. I want the metalheads to come in and then realize they like bubblegum pop from the early 70s.
And isn't your email address for the band, isn't it something like notametalband@yahoo.com or something like that?
No, it's not metal@juno.com. Juno, because it's 1994.
Wow,
no,
that's
it's not
blast
metal.
from the past. All right. What do we have time for?
Let's get to celebrity bullshit. Let's do some celebrity bullshit.
Okay.
Here, I got the graphic. Now, Nick, I think you're curating this one this week. Are there any entertainment rumors that we're gonna hear about here?
There might be. Yeah, there might be one of an A-lister who is one of Tinseltown's finest.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's what we want here on Celebrity Bullshit.
Yep, and we want a lot of apostrophes where there shouldn't be apostrophes.
That's how we like it.
So this is a cover, and I'm just going to give you the hint that this is the host of a murder-based, or the star of a murder-based show from the 80s. It's called Positive Moves. It's a personal plan for fitness and well-being at any age, and I'll just give the other hint that it says, send for this person's recipes, details inside. That says it on the back.
Okay, I've never seen any murder-based shows before. Never watched one in my life, so I'm gonna go with Meryl Streep. That sounds like something Meryl Streep would do.
Okay,
I'm gonna go back with Angela Lansbury.
Oh, really?
Time's a charm. Yeah.
Okay.
That's no chance. Christopher Hewitt, TV's Mr. Belvedere.
Okay, let's find out who the host of Positive Moves is. Let's take a
Another great ceremony is taking a
Steve, you
great
got it.
bath.
Lansbury.
You can make it special with
that
soft towels and fragrant oils. I think
taking a bath now.
femininity and sexuality go hand in hand. It used to be thought that women lose interest in sex after menopause, but now we know that just isn't true. You can keep romance in your life. I believe it's important for a woman to try and maintain a certain sense of mystery about herself.
God bless her. God bless Betsy Woodnap.
I think I took a wood nap.
Yeah, earlier today.
So there you
Yeah.
can see the reveal that this was actually Angela Lansbury's Positive Moves.
Oh, there
Yep.
we go.
You know, the
Okay.
poster that comes inside, it doesn't have Lansbury in it. It's just a poster, a black and white poster of like the moves that you're supposed to do along with it. So it's a little bit disappointing when it says free exercise poster.
Yeah, there aren't any like drawings of her in the bathtub or anything. Or
Unfortunately not. No.
okay, yeah. She takes a bath. She takes a nap. She walks around the living room. She's making this up as she goes along.
Yeah.
They just brought one camera in and a sound guy, and they're like, I don't know, go nuts.
But
Let's make a
yeah,
video.
and rewatching it, I was like, yeah, I think it works. Whatever she's doing, it's working.
Ends
Hey,
justified the means.
I briefly wanted to mention, so in addition to our Patreon, which helps support this show, we have a streaming service that's like Netflix, but it's everything we've ever done basically on DVD is on there. Plus, we have
All
friends
9 volumes of our show. Yeah, all 9 volumes. And plus, we put weird stuff up there too. Like we put the entire bunion surgery tape up there. All of our films that we've ever made, gas and fuels up there. Everything's up there in their entirety.
The
So better than our YouTube channel.
The Elf Marathon just went up there in its entirety. I know people have asked for that. So this is we're doing a big rebranding. This is a big corporate rebranding. We were calling it the SLP Club because on a VHS tape, if you could record in standard play SP mode, which is the best quality. But if you wanted to get 6 hours on a tape, you put it in super long play mode, SLP. And we just assumed everybody knew what that meant. SLP Club, the super long plays where I'll go to find the full versions of VHS tapes. And
it doesn't exactly roll off the tongue, SLP.
Yeah.
It just like the name didn't work.
Right. It just didn't seem like
yeah,
people knew
so-
what it was if you're a newcomer to it. So yeah, we came up with a new name and some new art. Here it is. It's called Rewindo now.
Rewindo. Yeah, way better, right? Isn't that a way better name? Steve, you like it?
Yeah, definitely.
Great logo.
Yeah. Tune into Rewindo for all found footage stuff, all of our films. Dirty Country's up there. We got
Yeah,
a
you can
heavy
see,
metal
look at it.
parking lot up there.
Blessed Usherance. I love the thumbnail for this one. It's a training video for church ushers. The entire video is up there.
Zany Zingers. Wait. Zany Zingers mixtape. That one we discontinued on DVD. This is the only place you can see it is on Rewindo.
Yeah,
That's such a good name. Rewindo. I like it. Oh, when we watched all the Full House episodes in a row, and we went temporarily insane. Strange Men's on
Yeah.
there. Mark Borchart's Dundee Project. So if you're not
Yeah.
like a collector of physical media, this is the way to go. And I think it's cheap. It's like $6 or $7 a month.
Yeah. So we that's the rebranding. Should we get into this week in flying windows?
Real quick, because we got
Okay.
we got Gabe and Julie, and they're we went along with them, but in a good way.
Okay, this is the segment where we show off the trope in video editing where they had windows of various scenes that you're about to see flying at usually the intro to a video. And this one is for something I think a video I think we'll all recognize.
Nice. A Lansbury trifecta.
Yep, that's how the video opened to my recollection. With
I'm pretty sure that was it. Yeah, flying windows and explosions.
Yep. I made them bordered, or they're bordered too. So I don't. She doesn't seem like the type who would do raw dog flying windows.
No,
so.
she's not a raw dogger. Yeah, Lansbury trifecta. Everybody make a wish.
Yep.
Yeah.
And so National treasure and lifetime achievement award winner Angela Lansbury.
And first time triple banger. We've never had a triple banger before in the opening part of the show. So congratulations to Lansbury. We should send her a trophy or something. Like first time triple banger.
That's like the Gong Show where everyone just did feelings. Like then we're gonna do our raviolis. They'll all be from Positive Moves.
Yeah.
But no, we actually do have special guests. Joe, do you want to introduce our guests?
So Gabe and Julie, they've both been on the show before. Gabe Gronley is a writer at the Colbert Report. He's from Madison too, and we had him on the show before, and we discussed all things Wisconsin. So he has some videos that he's going to show us, and then Julie has a popular Instagram account that she turned into a book. What's the book called, Nick?
She's got actually her most recent one is an illustrated Golden Girls book.
Yeah.
Julie Houts is with us.
Lansbury again? Oh no, she's not that. Never mind.
No, that's a different older lady-based sitcom. Yes, but Julie Houts is with us too. She's from Fort Wayne, Indiana, so we had some fun with that. So let's say hello to Gabe Gronley.
And they're a power couple too. They're together. They're together. So they're
engaged to be married, so, right?
Yeah, exactly. So here they are. Take it away.
Come on, let's see your raviolis. Show us 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 your raviolis.
Julie and Gabe.
All right, you're here. And you've both been on the show individually. Julie, you're on Saturday. And what episode were you on?
It was a Christmas episode.
New Kids?
New Kids on the Block.
Yes,
that's right. That's right. And then Gabe, you were on a VCR Party, maybe I don't know, our 20th episode ever.
Early,
yeah.
Maybe even single digits. Is that possible? Teens?
Yeah,
very early on,
like that. Yeah, brand new. So I'm happy to have both of you.
No, you haven't missed anything really.
Okay, great.
But we wanted to have you on because I have a theory. I think that the reason that you guys are together is because you both come from strong public access channel cities.
That's it.
Fort Wayne, Indiana, and Madison, Wisconsin.
That's what's said in our Tinder bios.
Yeah.
strong public access, seeking strong.
Yeah.
Right. So public access is in your DNA, is what I'm saying, in each of your DNA. And so we're going to weigh heavily on the public access side, and for today. And then Gabe, you said that you had a bunch of stuff too.
Yeah. Some of it's public access.
Yeah, of course. All right, you want to get this party started, Gabe, or you want us to show you some stuff, or how do you want to do it? Why don't you get started?
Okay, great.
I'm excited to see your stuff.
One thing that we haven't, I'm also from Madison, Wisconsin, and we share a love of art. Paul Schlosser, the street musician and artist, and general eccentric.
Spit painter, also the spit painter. Yep.
I think most well known to the VCR Party audience for spit painting. Julie went to art school. Did they teach spit painting?
Yeah, that's a whole semester you spend just doing spit painting. Yeah.
Right.
That makes sense. Yeah.
And you don't really spit. It more like falls out the side of your mouth, and you kind of push it out with your tongue, right? You go, like that.
I tell you, I've seen that Art Paul episode where he's doing the spitting, and it might not look pretty, but you can't argue with the results.
Right.
Exactly.
Ends justify the means.
So Michelangelo didn't look great when he was on his back painting the chapel.
It's like drool Pollock,
Exactly, a drool Pollock. Yeah. So did you bring more Art Paul to show us, Gabe?
I did. So I recently found, I got a bunch of tapes digitized, old VHS tapes of mine. I found a tape of a public access show that he had in Madison years ago, where he has on a band from Chicago. And he kind of gets a little bit more interested in his own gags than them.
Hi, how you doing? Oh, you might have been wondering what I was playing. Well, I'm not going to tell you. Ha ha ha. Tonight I'm with a band. Well, I'm not in them but they're here. And here's their keyboard guy in the middle here. And yeah. And you guys look really funky.
Wait, can you hit pause? Can you hit pause?
course.
Do you know if they know who Art Paul is, or did they just answer a call to be on a show?
That I can't be sure, but I'm guessing that they had like a vague idea who he was.
Okay, that guy doesn't. But
no.
The keyboard guy.
Yeah.
Or if he does, he's not impressed. He's
Yeah.
just like, God damn it, this shit. All right.
He's finding out the hard way.
Yeah.
Right.
No, normally it's
I
like
saw
it's
you.
it's like, you know, you do these really introductions where it's like, on drums we got, you know, Dave Hollingsworth, you know, he does this, and it's like, we got the keyboard guy in the middle. Okay, you guys look kind of funky. You can play for us.
You know, playing in the park, I would want to hang out, see what you're gonna do. I mean,
we're from Chicago. I don't know if we mentioned that. Drove all the way up to beautiful Madison this afternoon to be with Art.
where's the farthest place you guys have played? I've got the map here, and we can show them. Did you really play in Tokyo? That's where I love my potato chips. I'm sorry, I ruined the map here.
Calls it a map.
Help, it's a major catastrophe. The world is falling apart.
Can you pause again? I have another question, Gabe. And I keep talking to you like you're the Art Paul Schlosser expert, but you did make a documentary about him, right?
I did.
So you really are. So how long did this public access show run? Because it looks like he's having a fun time on it. Like he's having a blast.
If I remember right, he had multiple different public access shows in Madison. This one's called Talent, No Talent, but he had all
At the
sorts
same
of them.
time?
No, I think one would end for some reason, but then it would essentially be the same show again, like 6 months later or something.
What causes a public access show to end at all? Like...
the guy not showing up. That's what it is.
It's a really good question.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry,
there's
the
no
Nielsen's
network oversight.
the Nielsen's took a dip here. We're gonna have to cancel.
The public refused to pay for any more of it.
Right.
But yeah, I think I remember one time he did a public access show that was called, he did something in the middle of the Super Bowl where he just sang songs about a bowl. And he programmed it against the Super Bowl halftime show.
Smart.
Yeah.
Do you have that one? Yeah. Do you have that on mini DV?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
That one I have on Laserdisc. I put it on a gold disc and they sent it out into space.
Oh, okay, right, good. So the space aliens. Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Back in.
Poor Hypnofugue. They don't stand a chance to the globe.
The map?
The map.
President Bush has an instant message.
Not abused.
So, anyways, what was the? I can put this.
It's a great introduction
together. This could be quite interesting. Australia, America.
Yeah. I'd save the flight.
I love that you left all this in, Gabe.
Art, I wouldn't worry about the world.
I don't worry. I pray sometimes.
We go back and catch that moment. He really lands something pretty.
What did he say? I missed it.
Yeah. So
I don't worry. I pray
something.
sometimes.
With the map, and then the lead singer sets him up.
Okay.
I'd save the flight. Art, I wouldn't worry about the world.
I don't worry. I pray sometimes.
The quickness.
I don't worry. I pray sometimes.
That sounds like an Art Paul song.
Baby, you'll get when it come romance. Baby, I'll tell them from a glance. You ain't done nothing you wear. Pink pants.
He's doing
Pink Pants.
A funk soul version of Pink Pants.
The Talent, No Talent show, where even you in the audience can be talented.
Certainly.
Because you don't have to have talent to be
That's
talented.
news to me.
Yeah.
That's good news to me.
That That is such an Art Paul line, though, isn't it? You don't have to have talent to be talented.
Yeah. It feels true, but like, don't dissect the sentence.
I would say it sounds like it means something, but it doesn't. I don't think it means anything.
No, but I think it should go on his gravestone. I think, like, don't you think that would fit?
So yeah, I feel like he's a good example of that.
But I think he should be buried in pink pants as well, just because it's a signature song.
And also, I wasn't expecting that kazoo solo to be so beautiful. It was so beautiful. The way he was just like humming into that loudly into the microphone like that. It sounded beautiful.
It blended in perfectly with Hypnofugue's kind of funk sort of.
He also cocked the beret to be jaunty just for the
Oh, I didn't notice that. Good eye.
Brought it back. Yeah.
Notice that. Yes, that's right.
Right.
Of course.
So
did you bring more art, Paul?
I was just going to hypnofugue@yahoo.com.
Oh yeah.
Oh right. Yeah.
Going there. I do. I have another Art Paul. So I made a documentary about Art Paul Schlosser when I was in college, and I think you guys saw it at some point. You guys found one in a Goodwill, which is where
we did. We found a copy of your documentary at a thrift store.
I think that's where it premiered.
Before we even knew you, though, it was weird because it was like, then I met you and then I was looking back at the tape and I was like, oh, wait, we have this in our collection and it's directed by Gabe, who I just met last week. So
it was very weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this is a little outtake from that. This is stuff that I didn't include. I think like when you're eccentric like Art Paul, I think everyone's like, oh, is he on drugs all the time? But he's not. He's sober. But I as a 19-year-old was asking him about his history with drugs. And I think obviously, as always, Art Paul is the star, but I think, pay special attention to how awkward and in over my head I am as a 19-year-old.
Cringing already.
Oh boy.
Pretty fun.
When I got into high school, I branched out into drugs, and while in the process of drugs, I also ended up accidentally going into a theatrical group.
And you said you became involved with drugs during the theater group? And
yeah, but not because of the theater group. I got saved. I got freed out of it because Bob Dylan told people that he was born again, and AC/DC said they were on the highway to hell. And because of those two people and the fact that Christians came up to me and invited me to church, I got saved.
do you think an experience with
Hold that.
Oh, can do.
I'm drinking a lot of water.
What
Drinking a lot of water.
What kind
Could
of
see the
drugs did you
giant
do when
mug.
you were younger?
I just took
Wait,
marijuana.
back it up. What was the question?
Well, it's mumbled, so that's.
I'm drinking a lot of water.
What kind of drugs did you do when you were younger?
I just took marijuana. I smoked a lot of marijuana. And then I drank once in a while I was smoking the marijuana. And then one time I tried speed and did marijuana. And when I did the speed and the marijuana, it felt like snowflakes were falling, but maybe I was going to have a heart attack because you're slowing down and speeding up at the same time. I don't think people realize what they're doing sometimes. A lot of times they just go along with their friends. Hey, I'm cool. You want to hang out with me? I'm really cool. Oh, okay. I'm going to be cool too. Let's all be cool. Hey, I'm cool. They're cool. We're all cool. We're all cool. You're not going to listen to that record? Well, I don't know if you should be cool then. Then along comes, hey, we're cool. You want to be cool? We're taking drugs. They just say, it's cool.
And yeah, what kind of message would you like to send about drugs to people?
Dump them down the toilet.
Simple.
Oh man! Wow, was that on 60 Minutes then? That we did? You are the morally
you might have seen
safer of 19-year-olds. Wow.
Coming up,
Yes.
a powerful message from a local street musician.
As he sucked on his dum-dum. As he took the final lick off his dum-dum, he's responded.
Between enormous gulps of water, Art Paul opined that. So, can people see the finished documentary? Like, can we?
Just head to your local Goodwill.
Is it online anywhere? Can we put it online?
It isn't. Yeah, you feel free. You probably.
Oh, we'll put it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was great. I mean, I love Art Paul, and he was incredibly kind to me. The
Well, and
documentary's
it's
now almost like 20 years old. So
Yeah.
No, and it's a great
He lived
documentary
their
too.
lives then.
I mean, especially
Oh,
you're 19 years old when you're making this thing, for crying out loud. And he's just like, everybody in Madison knows who he is. So finally, like, somebody actually did it. So you had the foresight. So yeah.
Yeah. I think I got a pretty good grade. So this is great. This praise is also. Really
Do you have any other Art Paul footage?
I don't have another Art Paul, but I do have another more embarrassing. This is I was in a public access TV show in high school. I was in I started a public access television show in the same studio that Art Paul taped Talent No Talent in, famous video. And we were high schoolers doing a sketch comedy show where we would make video sketches, edit them, show them. But then we also did a live show where we would take turns hosting, presenting the sketches, and for no reason at all, taking phone calls.
Oh,
and,
I see where this is going.
So these are some of the phone calls from. It was called Pre-Love Forum, was the name of our sketch troupe, and I was only in the very end of this episode.
This is Free Love Forum, cable access TV show run by adolescents. Every Saturday from 6 to 7. Call us in at 258-8006.
It's
Lisa, you're on the phone. Go ahead, Lisa.
Hey, I was just wondering if Alex has a girlfriend.
Wow.
She's wondering if you
I
have a
don't
girlfriend.
think we have audio, actually. Is that what we're...
No.
Oh, we do?
So do you have a girlfriend, Alex?
Not as far as I know, but...
You do now.
Wow. I should host more often,
Alex has a career. He doesn't have time.
That's
for
right.
Why?
You know, I fly all over the place. Japan, you know, Russia, Deloitte. I've got a career. I'm sorry.
We have someone on the phone.
Is that you?
Hi, Drew.
No.
Hello, guys.
Hi. How you doing?
They screwed it up. Hello.
Hello. Okay, if you're like watching and you want to call in. And talk to Winnie Cooper and Kevin Arnold. I don't know the phone number, but if you know it, call.
258-8006.
Thanks. What is the number? The number is 258.
I have that on speed dial.
Hit it, Neil. 006. Where is the number? It's not
you know
on
what?
here.
We don't have to give a number every time.
2.
But this is something you could have worked out before the show started.
8006.
Oh, seriously
Okay, Neil
pissed.
has just left.
Oh, was he really?
So the number is
Back it up, back it
258.
up, back it up. I wanna see it.
800.
Storms out. The number is-
He's
Ripped off
seriously
his
mad?
lav mic.
Yeah, did the classic. There's also a 60-minute movie.
That I'm fucking done.
Where is the number? It's
You
not
know
on
what? here. We don't have to give a number every time.
258.
It's burning up.
8006. Okay, Neil has just left, so the number is 258-8006.
That's not a bit, right?
Julianne.
Hi.
Hey, what you up to?
We're talking. Hi. How
I
are
love
you?
you,
I
Paul.
love you too.
Crystal says you're sexy. Oh, you. And I say it too.
I know. I'm sexy. I'm the sexiest person alive. Okay.
Hey, Jeremy.
Be sure to watch.
Yeah.
Hey,
what's
is that
going
Jeremy
on?
Baylor?
I mean, what's the deal for tonight? My mom really wants to know.
You're what?
Talk to Chris. What's the deal for tonight?
The deal for tonight, Gabe's got to talk to his mom.
Gabe's still got to get a hold of his mom. But
How
then
about
after
with you,
that, we're
Jeremy?
set.
What's going on with you?
Are we sleeping over or just staying until 11 or 12?
Oh, that's good.
Ryan?
Yeah.
As it stands right now, Jeremy can't because his father just had surgery.
No, I can't do it at my house. I can
That's
still
right.
go.
He can still come.
All right, Jeremy, we're wishing your father the best. But you're still coming to my house.
Well, Gabe, we don't know about Gabe. Gabe has to talk to his mom, but it looks like it might happen at your house. Are we sleeping over or what?
Okay.
All right, we're sleeping over at your house then tonight.
All right, good
Kid
show.
plans.
All right, then we're going to play some role-playing games. That'll be fun.
Thanks.
We're
Right
going to go
now?
back and go on the camera. By the
All right,
way,
talk
the
to you later.
audio's out.
Okay.
Reminder, if you don't know us, please tune out. This show is just for making connections with our friends.
Oh wait. Oh, I see Gabe.
Oh, there he is.
You get in touch with your mom? Did you sleep over that night?
I still haven't gotten in touch with her. Actually, you guys might have to go call her.
Go for it. The number's 258-6800.
Oh man, it's so good. It's
So,
so
and
good.
Jeremy is the co-creator of I Love That For You, the new show that's out on somewhere,
Yeah,
Peacock?
Showtime.
Showtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, SNL writer and
worked on it as well. Yeah, no, he's great. Yeah, that's we got our start doing that.
I feel like
God.
it's not embarrassing at all. I feel like you guys seem cool and like self-aware.
That's really nice to hear.
Do you think am I alone? I think you guys seem
No,
cool.
I thought so
That's
too.
not how it felt at the time. I'll say that.
Right.
Okay, but like you're like Madison kids, which is like the cool city in Wisconsin too, and like you're doing this like cool. Look, the background was cool. It was like the graffiti and everything. Yeah, I agree. Like if I would have seen that when I was in high school, I'd be like, oh, these kids are way cooler than I am.
That was the intended effect.
Yeah.
Kind of a humble brag, Gabe, honestly.
Yeah,
Here's a
look
show
how
we
lame
just
we are.
shout out.
The clip where I have to get in touch with my mom about having a sleepover where I play role-playing games. That turned out looking cool.
I assumed that was a bit, but I guess it wasn't a bit. It was for real, right?
The storm off?
Yeah. Well, no,
all of
just
it.
all of it. Like, I mean, like.
It all existed in a realm where it was kind of a bit and kind of just what we were like.
Right.
I don't think much has changed,
No.
honestly.
I think my favorite line might be Crystal says you're sexy and I say it too.
And you could hear Crystal in the back go, no, or whatever she's saying. Yeah.
That should go on her gravestone too, or somebody's gravestone. I'll put it on mine.
Yeah, just spread painted on gravestone.
I also love Neil's little fist. Just the little.
Oh,
It's just such a tiny little fist.
Was he a hothead? Was he a hothead in the free love? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
A bit of a hothead.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
also,
now
it was kind of a bit, but also he was really mad. That's
it seemed genuine. Yeah. And now I understand why you're called the Free Love Forum. Now it all makes sense.
Mhm.
It totally makes sense
The
now.
name
why you
clicks
guys are
after one episode.
I didn't know at
most
first.
People, they were like, well, I have to figure out what this means. And then they're like, well,
Just
that
a bunch of
obviously-
sexy kids hanging out.
Yes, there was still sex.
There's no denying that. No.
Kind of the Riverdale of its day.
Yeah.
Well, I would want to pivot to Julie. You grew up in Fort Wayne, Indiana, correct?
Yeah, until I was 16. That's
Do you remember watching public access? Did you ever watch local?
I was way too sexy for that.
Yeah,
I was
I
doing
figured. I
way
figured.
sexier things.
Checking in with the cool kids talking about their sleepover plans.
No? Well, there's a kids show that aired on Fort Wayne Public Access from I think like 1981 all the way to like 2002. It definitely was before your time, but we had a few people just recently talk about the show called Happy's Place, starring Happy the Hobo.
Oh
Does this ring a bell?
Yeah.
Really?
No way.
Yeah, I watched Happy's Place. It's terrifying. With the
Yeah.
buckets.
Yeah, and Froggy and
Oh my god! I've not thought about it since. I guess I thought everyone had Happy's Place. I'm just now realizing.
just now realizing, yeah.
That's how I was with Bozo. I assumed everybody had Bozo. Not everybody had Bozo. If you had WGN, you had Bozo. But yeah, they had regional clowns back then.
Oh wow!
Does that happen anymore? Are regional clowns still a thing? Like,
I can't imagine there are. No,
I think that's dead.
I think it's a slur.
It is.
Screw you, you regional clown.
I mean, there's regional, like local horror hosts still exist in some way, but I think the clowns have gone away. But Happy's Place, long running. I read that the original Happy fell off a parade float and like broke his leg, so another Happy had to come in and fill in for him, and then he ended up being the permanent replacement. There's a lot of drama behind Happy's Place. This episode was from May 1989. A kid who was in it, because they would interview the audience, and it's mostly like cartoons with little wraparounds.
Hey kids, you can help Super 55 unload our jam-packed prize closet by entering the Color Happy Well contest. Just design your own Get Well card for Happy the Hobo. Send it with your name, address, telephone number, and age to Color Happy Well, Post Office Box 2255, Fort Wayne 46801. And you can win one of these fabulous prizes. We'll have daily and weekly prizes for each of the 3 age groups. Plus, there's a grand prize. It's a free bicycle courtesy of Coiling Recycle and Fitness. Design your Get Well card for Happy. Send it in, and you can win from the Super 55 prize closet.
Sarah Walicki from Fort Wayne is the winner in the 3 to 5 division today. Here's her card.
Now, I don't want to talk badly about a child's artwork, but this is the winner.
That one?
That one.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
Who are they?
Well, Happy attempts to describe it here. Let's try to listen.
Today, here's her card. Says Get Well Happy.
Did you know Sarah, Julie?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah?
He's such a fucking bitch. I can't even tell you.
There's no justice. There's no justice in this world.
Here's her card. Says Get Well Happy, and I think this is her family. This is her sister and her brother and her dog and her dad and her mom and her dad and her dog and her dad and somebody. It's kind of pretty. It's Sarah Walicki from Fort Wayne.
Kind of
Good
pretty.
job. You get a dressy Bessie. What do you want to drink on a...
What's that? What'd you say?
Does this clown not look like Gabe?
I can play this song.
You could do that.
Could
that
you be
clown for
Happy the
Halloween.
Hobo?
For Halloween this year.
Yeah, well, or I could push this one off of a parade float and just.
Yeah, it's Black Swan.
I love the competition of where they make children entertain a clown.
Yeah, I think in the fiction of this universe, he was on crutches, I think, in this, and they were trying to have him get well. So the fill-in is having people send in drawings. So yeah.
What do you want to drink on a hot day?
Pop.
Pop. Ashley, what are you going to drink on that hot summer day?
Pop.
Pop. Chris, what are you going to drink on a hot summer day?
Pop.
Pop. Oh, you guys, stop it. Jesse, what are you going to have?
Pop.
Mick, what are you going to drink?
I like everybody's children's body language. They get so nervous, and it's a lot of like this or arms folded.
I like that he sticks with the question even though it's getting nothing.
It's just pop.
And they're just listening to the kid in front of them, and they're just like, well, that seemed to work. They got off the hook when they said that, so I'll say the same thing.
They didn't have to talk to the crazy man anymore.
Yeah.
They got to move along, so I'm going to do that.
They do want to be on camera, so yeah, I don't understand. But
Jesse, what are you going to have?
Pop.
Mick, what are you going to drink on that summer day?
Pop.
What are you going to drink on a hot summer day?
A Mountain Dew.
Suzanne, what are you going to drink on a hot summer day?
Kool-Aid.
Not this time.
And then commercials for essentially adult television shows.
Not this time, Smith. But look who gets hooked on the next A-Team. Tonight at 7 on Super 55. Members of today's studio audience will receive a Happy's Place sack with coupons from the merchants at the Valley Outlet Center in Fremont, Indiana. A snack from Cyphers, the makers of popcorn, peanuts, pretzels, and potato.
You know Cyphers?
Cyphers was the big potato chip factory. You had to go tour like 10 times as a child because there was like one factory. There's one thing to do in Fort Wayne, and it was tour this potato chip factory.
Are they still around? I'm going to put it on my list.
You should check. And there was, I feel like there was also, like potato chips that looked like things, and you had to occasionally a very compelling potato chip would emerge. Like it would make news.
Right. The front.
Stop the presses.
Yeah.
The cover of the Fort Wayne Gazette.
The mayor would get involved. Very like.
I would pay a lot of money for a Happy's Place sack.
That's a good-looking sack.
It is.
Potato chips. A 99-cent coupon for an Uncle Alligator children's meal, courtesy of Rack's Restaurants.
I mean, I'm going to have a hard time not choosing this as the thumbnail for this episode of VCR Party.
That's got to be the thumbnail right there.
For an Uncle Alligator children's meal, courtesy of Rack's Restaurants. A cookie from the bakers at Archway, the good food cookie. A bag of microwave popcorn, courtesy of the Weaver Popcorn Company, the world's largest processor of popcorn, Van Buren, Indiana. A coupon for a free Sunday bar, courtesy of the Fort Wayne area Ponderosa restaurants. And a free session of roller skating, compliments of the Roller Dome Skate Centers on West Coliseum Boulevard.
Did you go?
Roller Dome was huge. That was like where everything was happening. There was Roller Dome North and Roller Dome South, and South was like the skanky Roller Dome, and North was the classy Roller Dome.
Nice. I'm going to assume you went to the classy one, right?
I did. We were North.
Phew.
Yeah, I think.
All right.
But I think I went to a couple birthday parties at the skanky one, and it was.
I'm sorry.
There after dark.
You know, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Fraternizes with the Southies.
And on Bluffton Road.
Wait.
Oh, well, there's just a place called Cherubusco, and everyone called it Busco.
There's a kid wearing. Did you see the kid wearing the Busco shirt? Is that why you said
Yeah,
that?
it's like a town that's nearby. And
Oh.
it just said, Busco.
Okay, I wondered what that was.
Yeah.
That's all we have time for. You better come here tomorrow on Super 55.
There's Little Happy's Place from 1989.
Wow. Really directed the hell out of that one.
He sure did.
I have two questions. One, could they have crammed more machine guns into that A-Team promo? Could they have crammed like how many machine guns were in that promo?
And it went straight from a Popeye episode to that back to Happy the Hobo. So it was just, what was entertainment?
Second question, Julie, have you ever tried an Uncle Alligator's children's meal before? Did you?
No, I have no idea what that is.
Okay.
Might have been a South Side kind of thing.
Yeah, more South Side stuff.
Okay.
From Rack's Restaurant.
I've not heard of that.
Rack's was like a weird chain, kind of Arby's-like. I, for some reason, loved it as a kid. There was one in Madison, and I think I've had the Uncle Alligator.
No, I remember Rack's. Yeah, Rack's is like a Midwestern thing. Yeah. I don't think I ever went there, but
I want to thank Jeremy. He and his brothers were on like 3 episodes, so they recorded them. I don't know if it was on mini DV, but it came from a VHS tape directly to us. So.
And there's so much more Fort Wayne. There's so much more Fort Wayne. We've only touched the surface. Do you want to watch another one?
Yeah,
100%.
Okay, let me play this one. This one. So who sent this one? I should know his name. Jonathan sent this one to us. It's a show called Isn't That Something? And the person who uploaded this to YouTube described the show as a drunk guy plays records. And that's a pretty accurate description. Like that's all you really need to know. But it features this guy. His name is Mike Lovelace. He's a lifelong public access contributor to Fort Wayne. He was in his living room and he would play records. And the music is actually great. I was watching some today and I just kept watching it. And I was like Shazamming the songs while I was like, listen, because the songs are great. But he's getting drunk the whole time. And it's... I know he got up to 112 episodes because I saw like on YouTube, it was like episode 112, but I assume that there's way more than that. And it looks so much fun. And I always think that like, if like whatever happens, like if I inherit VCR Party all to myself, like this is what VCR Party is going to look like without Nick, without George or Steve, no guests, just me in a living room. Yeah. This is the
bottle of whiskey.
This is the vinyl version of VCR Party. With just me as the host.
Change your last name to Loveless.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect last name for a man.
Perfect. It is. Exactly. All right. So here are some highlights, just a couple highlights from Isn't That Something? And so he always does this at the beginning too. He fluffs out his mullet at the beginning. Watch. Always, every single episode I watch, he fluffs out his mullet. This is Stick with this one. Stick with this one.
Doobie 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 doo down day. Oh, shooby dooby dooby doo down day.
Yeah, it's an hour of that. So,
Wow.
Yeah, that's.
I like that a lot.
Yeah, I mean those are your people. I mean those are your Fort Wayne people. So I don't know what
We're all
what's in the water over there. Like your public access for whatever reason, it's just incredible.
Toxins, poison. I don't know.
Potato chip runoff.
Yeah, potato cypress runoff.
Yeah.
Well,
it doesn't stop there.
Yeah, I have another one. This guy named David Sowers. Sowers, yeah. He is a prolific and still active on Fort Wayne Public Access. He's an artist. So, Julie, I thought you would appreciate this, but he's also a comedian. So he writes jokes and delivers them. So I thought this was the best of all worlds.
Yeah, this is everything.
Some highlights from the
drunk and detangle his mullet.
Probably.
So long to go through. Bogged down.
He
It looks painful too.
He needed some no more tangles or something. That was just a thick mane.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Sowers less hair, but a magnificent specimen.
Those are your people, Julie.
Let's start with the jokes. As I was entering a room, someone yelled, "Hey, this is a private restroom." But I replied, "I should hope so. I don't want anyone watching me." Yeah. I've had trouble with women. Even my life-size inflatable doll walked out on me. I'm not a slob. I'm just neatness challenged. I've got a black belt from Walmart. I told them my cows have horns. They asked, "So what?" "The noise drives me crazy," I said. Why was the egg happy? You know, the egg, the round thing, comes out of a hen. Why was the egg happy? The egg was happy because he just got laid. I used to believe that too, but then I got smart. And I'll be showing off some of my art. When I draw a comic strip, like I have right here, the comic strip is twice as large as what you might see in the newspaper. Look, a coffee and two Danish guys. Instead of the longboat, they took the wrong boat. The Vikings discovered America, but left when they couldn't find anyone to rob. So it tells you a few things about Vikings, a few jokes. Unlike most comic strips which just have one joke, my comic strips have 4 or 5 jokes.
One picture.
It's all about quantity, really. I mean, you just get more bang for your buck.
Who cares about quality?
Just thinking like,
one
joke for
Get
strip?
real.
Yeah, Julie, maybe you could add some more jokes to.
Yeah,
Collaborate.
I'm cheating everyone. It's just, you gotta cram them in.
They just get one gag at the end usually. Yeah.
Less drawing, more just okay jokes.
Rambling.
Yeah.
It's kind of the,
Churn
the
'em out.
shotgun approach. Yeah, the buckshot of jokes coming at you.
Give me a sign. Give me a sign. I will be there. I will be there.
I thought it was a necklace, but it's the drawstring around the neck.
You know what? I never noticed that.
I thought it was a necklace too.
You're right. That's what keeps
That's
the
how the
sweatshorts
whole
up.
thing is. Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes
That's
sense because
gorgeous.
you know about fashion, so it makes
Yes,
sense that
that's
you would
right.
know that. That was the drawstring.
Exactly.
I see bongos in the
I
back.
think you can tell from the tension. That's definitely impacting the posture.
I see bongos in the back, but you never see him use it on camera, which is kind of a tease.
You need
It's-
them.
Yeah.
Could you?
A lot of restraint on his part.
It really is. Yeah. Could you say that he's the Art Paul of Fort Wayne?
I mean, it's not for me to say, but what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's working in a lot of the same disciplines. Yeah.
Jokes, art,
less kazoo, but
music. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's at least they have that backdrop in common. They definitely have that
Wait,
backdrop.
this guy still is on public access?
Yep, he still is active on Fort Wayne Public Access TV.
Really good.
He's good. Hasn't lost a step.
Away, but be back someday, you see.
The views and opinions expressed do not necessarily represent those of Access Fort Wayne, the Allen County Public Library, or any other supporting group.
That's how it ended. Each episode ends with that disclaimer.
The lawyers watch it. They're like, we're gonna want to throw that on.
We're gonna just slap a little something on that. Yeah.
I don't know what views they thought were expressed.
Exactly.
Did not sense any consistent perspective.
Right now, some knock jokes.
The jokes and dancing expressed in the David Sowers show do not.
So Julie, you so when we hung out last, you told me some art school stories, and before are you cool with telling some of those? But before we do, let me maybe this will be like, let's just get into this with a performance artist. I'm going to tee you up here on some of your art school stories. With Leslie Singer, who we got from Jeff Krulik, who did Heavy Metal Parking Lot. He worked at a public access station for a long time, and so he collected a bunch of stuff, and he gave us his collection. And this is one of them. This is Leslie Singer, and it's short because you'll get the point, and you might have like some like Vietnam flashbacks of art school. So here's Leslie Singer. So it's very food based. There's a lot of casseroles involved. And you've probably seen that before, right? I assume.
Yeah, that's a really common trope we're working with in art school. Just cover yourself in food and moan a lot. That's something you do a lot
They
of.
probably showed you.
I've seen her work. I am familiar with
Are you
it, yeah.
really? No. Oh, because I was doing Google searches for to like do a little research. I couldn't find anything. There's a Leslie Singer who paints now, not the same one though. Yeah, she didn't have any casseroles on her face at all. So
Maybe she's painting with casseroles. You don't know.
oh, maybe it's a casserole.
New
painter,
medium.
Yeah. So, but oh man,
Yeah,
I remember you telling the stories.
That's the vibe. It's very much just like take something and just take food, take period blood, take whatever you've got handy and just smear it around, and then make your fellow classmates talk about it for a long time.
Because you have a captive audience, right? I mean, so yeah.
Like we were like, well, I feel like I told you there was like a time. This didn't happen in my class, but the class above me, I guess they had to shut down the building because someone had a critique that day, and what he chose to do was take his own shit and just smear it all over a corner of a room. And they were just like, guy, you can't, we're gonna now the school's closed, so everyone just
That's part of the art though. That's part of the art, right? Like the school closing.
But then as far as I understand, they still had to critique the work, but it was very complicated because no one had seen the work.
No one got to see that
This
pile
is
of
what
shit
you
in the
pay
corner
like
of the room.
$50,000 a year for.
Do you think he just procrastinated on his homework, and then the next that he showed up to school, that he was just like, "Oh, what should I do?"
He's just
I
got
know.
like anxiety fits, and he's just like,
It's one of the few cases where you might be telling the truth. You say your dog ate your homework. Because they do that.
I mean, you're an illustrator, so like, were you into performance art ever, or would you, since you're in art school, you'd have to sit through the performance art stuff?
Well, the terrible thing, it's cruel to everyone involved. They make you do like a core year where you have to try everything. So you just have like 18-year-olds just making the most horrible things you've ever, and everything at the time, you're just like, this is about George Bush somehow. Like, but it's all just like so terrible. And everyone has to sit around and pretend like they like know what they're talking. It's just, the whole thing got awful. Like, the other one I told you, there was like a kid who we had to sit there and watch him take, I think he had like written a bunch of stuff on paper, that's what it was, but he had written a bunch of stuff. So he would dunk it in water, then cram it into his mouth, and then take like what was essentially like a 2x4 and just jam it into his mouth, and then just he would get sick every so often and then spit it all out on the floor. And just a classroom of like 20 18-year-olds are sitting around like and then like you can't say stop or like, I think we get the picture, because it's like it's his thing. So you just had to sit there until he decided the performance was over. And then you're like, I thought it was good. I liked it. I felt like it picked up halfway through.
Right. Wow. I mean, that's
like, do you get to like, if you're doing critiques, do you like offer?
No, it's like, I could say, I felt it was long. Like, you could say something like that.
I feel like I'd say that for all of them. I feel like I'd say that for most of them. Yeah. What did the shitter get? Did he, A+, right? He got an A+, right?
Oh, well, the real like joke of it all is that like everything's pass fail. So
if you do the work. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know what gets you a fail. I think just not shitting at all in that case.
I wonder if like they must have had a code for it or something in the school, because it probably happened a lot. They're like, oh, we got another
Code Brown. Yeah,
Code Brown. We got another Code Brown here. Oh well, all right. I'll call the janitor. Evacuate the school.
Oh, so sad. Yeah.
Well, I had to listen to some really painful deconstructions of like Dead Poets Society in my film classes. So I mean,
you understand.
Yeah, I get it.
That first year must have been like Army boot camp for you, though. Like to sit through all those, and you must have been towards the end of it, been like, "Am I sure I want to do this?" Right?
Well,
or
like somewhat tellingly, I went in like with a painting portfolio, and I like got there, and I was like, "Oh, like, use me, I'll just be," and then like abruptly switched into the fashion department. Like, do you guys like clothes and stuff, right? Like,
right. Yes. Okay.
I was just so out of my league. Like, me offering a critique on something like that, I was just like, oh, I don't think you should do that. You seem really uncomfortable.
Oh man.
Oh, to have to sit there and take it all so seriously. I mean, you can only do that in art school, I think.
All right, Gabe, what about you? You got 3 more to show, right?
I got more stuff if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. This is my friend Sebastian. Also grew up in Madison. When he was about 10 years old, he got the chance to interview Paul Schlosser, who was the mayor of Madison, and was very he was the beloved mayor of Madison. And I think he was interviewing him for a school project or something. And
were you the cinematographer on it?
No, I didn't know him yet.
Okay.
He sent me this. This is
fantastic.
Okay, and I assume that he does horribly.
Well, okay, you reserve judgment. This might be
I think we might have a new contender for thumbnail for the episode. So. Spoke too soon.
And this was also on 60 Minutes, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, I'm here with the mayor right now. Let's see. Okay. Well, let's see. Let's see. Okay.
Socklin's not helping.
I guess I should ask you another question.
Socklin.
Help him out, Socklin.
I have to
It's really cool.
turn it off for a second. No. Okay. Oh, I just remembered the question I was gonna ask you. How did you get elected?
Well, I got more votes than the other guy.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Then he walks away.
That is poetry. That's poetry.
Why
right there.
can't more interviews be like that?
It's beautiful. I love the laugh he gives him afterwards.
So knowing somehow.
That is absolutely beautiful. Is that up on YouTube? I want to watch that again and again and again.
He has an Instagram account called Vilas Zooid, Zooid.
Okay.
You did some really incredible edits of home videos like that.
Well,
he just has some really good stuff.
Fucking Scoglin.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
He also makes music that he was putting under some of his.
Nice.
I follow that account. I didn't know there was a connection there, but.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Fucking Soglin was just sitting there. Help him out, Soglin. I was just like, kind of like, put your hand, say like, take your time. It's okay. Yeah.
Out with it, kid.
Don't worry about it. Soglin's like, get on with it, kid. What's your question? Well, what? I got more votes than him. What do you think?
I mean, in his defense, he is the mayor of like a mid-sized city, so he's probably trying to like just get something done.
Well, he was Sebastian's mayor too.
That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a constituent. Yeah.
He paid his taxes.
What did he have to do that day? Like a ribbon cutting thing at Ella's Deli? Is that what he had to do? Like he had to cut a ribbon at Ella's Deli? Is that what I mean, come on. It's Madison Mayor. It's a nice city.
The thing runs itself.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Sebastian, he also sent me this video. He showed this to me a while ago when we lived together, and we would watch this time and time again. And it's a promo video, a tourism video for a specific place. I just think that maybe they go a little bit hard on trying to sell it.
There is within each of us an ancient fire, a passion as old as humankind, a fundamental desire to live our lives to the fullest, to embrace as much of what this world has to offer as we possibly can, to reach beyond the limitations of our surroundings towards something more, to find that uncharted place where we can live fuller, richer, more complete. Is there such a place out there, somewhere? A place where those who dare to reach higher can achieve more. A beacon upon which visionaries can focus their sights. A land in which to plant their flag. Where the horizons are as expansive as the possibilities. And ambition finds fertile ground to expand and flourish. A place that holds the promise.
So any guesses where this might be, where
I think we're in Michigan.
ambition finds fertile ground?
I was going to say heaven. Like when this is like when you die, this is where you go. This is a video for heaven.
Yeah,
right.
This is
Yeah.
lull people.
That's
into
my
that.
guess
Yeah.
too. It has to be somewhere like that.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, let's just find out.
Of personal fulfillment and professional opportunity alike. The promise of a strong sense of community, a celebration of individuality, and an unparalleled sense of belonging.
Okay.
The promise to be more,
I saw a Packer
to live
sweatshirt.
more, to simply do more. Welcome
Sheboygan County.
to Sheboygan County.
The promise of Sheboygan County.
Oh, Sheboygan. Sheboygan is always the punchline of like Wisconsin cities. It's like,
name.
He's from Sheboygan. Yeah. Sheboygan. Oh,
Are you talking about the fertile ground where ingenuity finds
Yeah, that's Sheboygan. Yeah.
humanity's grasp. And
Right.
the ancient men would stare into the fire and dream of the
And whisper Sheboygan.
Sheboygan.
Argento cheese corporate housing.
A city covered in Hardee's. So many Hardee's. As
A
far
city
as the eye
known
can see.
for Bratwurst Days, an annual festival held by Johnsonville Bratwurst.
Where everybody wears a Packer jersey at the exact same time. Oh boy, I wasn't expecting
A
that.
city with a name you'd like to hear Jerry Lewis pronounce. Wow, that was lofty, but Sheboygan County lives up to that, I would say.
I would say so.
It really is beautiful. It makes it look incredible. I just think maybe it overstates the case.
No, I don't think so. I think everybody watching right now should go to Sheboygan County right now.
They really
The county.
undersold that county, if anything.
Yeah. What you got? One more? You
Sure.
got more in
Yeah,
you?
I got a couple more quick things. I'll be brief and I'll let you guys go.
Okay.
Let us go.
Do you guys remember Little America?
Yes.
Madison's Fun in the Country. Do you remember this classic commercial?
I've been looking for this commercial where he goes, "Ride the Mad Mouse." Do you have it?
Found it. First of all, I found that.
For real?
Oh, I actually
real?
I
Been
called
looking for
this. I called this theme park and said, "Do you have a copy of this commercial that I had in my memory but couldn't find anywhere?" I am blown away by this.
This used to air constantly. This would air like during like Conan and Letterman, and it would also like air like Saturday mornings. Like it was just constantly. So it was like burned deep into my memory. I found a copy of it.
Oh.
Come on in and see what's happening at Little America. Ride the merry-go-round, the scrambler, tilt-a-whirl. There's plenty of action in the bumper cars. And there's rides for the little ones, too. Little America has the largest selection of roller coasters in Wisconsin. Start at the Little Dipper, brave the toboggan, and if you dare, ride the Mad Mouse. If you want to keep your feet on the ground, try our 19-hole miniature golf course. Have an ice cold Coke. So climb aboard. We're headed for Little America.
Cool.
Madison's Fun in the Country.
Yes.
Ride the Mad Mouse is I mean, it's just it would air all the time, and so it was just kind of like stuck in my memory and memory of all my friends. And so,
and it was just this one like local entrepreneur who started his own theme park in the country out there. Yeah, this guy, just something Merrick was his last name, right?
Merrick.
Yeah.
Oh, that explains the spelling.
America. Yeah.
Okay.
Little A, Merrick A.
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so happy you have that. That's fantastic.
This is like a Make-A-Wish thing for Nick.
It really was.
Gabe, you really do make dreams come true.
Oh, absolutely.
But didn't everybody go there for their field trips too? Like, wasn't that where or was that like their fun day or something? Like you got to, right? If you lived in
we actually went to Great America, which is not associated with the Merrick family, and outside of Chicago for our field trip. But a few friends and my friends from Freeload Forum, and when we were in college, we were like, we were so haunted by this commercial throughout our childhoods. We were like, we have to go. And first of all, it's very fun, but we did discover one thing about it.
Again, poetry. It's poetry again.
You're riding the Mad Mouse in the view of a cemetery.
Oh man!
Drives you mad to the grave.
Wow!
I had no idea.
Directly next to the cemetery.
Wait, so was that B-roll for your Paul Schlosser documentary? Was that?
We went there, and just because we were dipshits, we just brought cameras everywhere we went, and so then we were like, well, we have to shoot this. And then my friend Sebastian, who interviewed Paul Soglin so well, he actually did the music for that as well.
Oh,
No
nice!
way.
That's great music.
Wow, it's all wrapped up into a whole oh boy, that's.
I know 4 people as well.
Madison kids, I tell you, the Madison kids were the cool ones. You really were the cool ones.
Well, and you may know that for I feel like it's been months now. We've been obsessed with the jingle for Jim's Coins.
No, of course.
Well, but the reason is because of Gabe. So we do the jingle tournament for each state to pick the best jingle for each state, and I don't know what won. Menards probably. But then after the winner was announced, Gabe, you emailed and said, "Hey, you forgot about something."
I just thought, yeah.
And I was so mad at myself. I didn't sleep for a week. I was so pissed. And you were right. You were 100% right. Like Jim's Coin. So we did a runoff to see if Jim's Coin could beat it, and runoffs never work. So it didn't get. But so
all over again.
Exactly. So we so we put out to the Melinda mixers who remix our music, the Jim's Coin song. And we got so many. We got flooded. We got a new one that I want to show. I want to play for both of you.
The ones
I'm just gonna play
so far have all been so.
They're
great.
so good.
Made me so.
Did you
very
see the
happy.
ska one the other day?
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah, incredible.
In Madison.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's so perfect. So all right. So I'm just gonna play 30 seconds from this. At the end of this episode, we'll play the full. Most of the full version, but it's so good. This is who sent this one in? Oh, BSS the artist. So Julie, maybe you went to school with him.
I know him too.
You know BSS? Okay.
He was the paper shover.
Okay. Paper shover.
Every time I do that, I'm like, oh, don't do that.
So this is a Jim's Coins hardcore Melinda mix, and I wonder what it should be called. Should it be called like Jim Core, or should it be called Coin Core for this new genre that we've invented?
I think Jim Core, because it sounds more like Jim's Coins.
Yeah, Jim Core.
Yeah.
All right.
Jim Core and Hilldale.
Yeah. All right. So here's 30 seconds from BSS the artist.
Jim's Coins in Hilldale. Coins. Coins.
Wait, the drop is coming.
Jim's Coins in Hilldale. Coins. Jim's Coins in Hilldale.
What if Jim's Coins started doing that for their commercials now? What if they used that 30-second version? I think their coin sales would be through the roof of Hilldale.
They just started taking these and airing these in play. Oh my God, they really should.
Well,
didn't one of them reach out to you?
Yes. Well, Jim's Jim's employee. So Jim isn't the one that you would think that Jim is either.
Not the man in the middle.
It's not the older guy, right?
Guy,
you think that's the Jim. No, it's the younger guy to the older man's left on our right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, what a
and
consideration. Yeah.
yes. So and he's into it. He's into it. Yeah. So I was thinking
What
about
does the old guy think though?
Well, hopefully we can get the whole crew on. Yeah, make a panel.
His perspective.
I mostly want to know his perspective
Can
on
he
all
be
these
Jim?
songs.
Is that?
Yeah.
We should ask him. Can you just be Jim? We'd rather
Can you
be
instead
Jim.
maybe be Jim? Or?
Yeah.
It's weird that Jim didn't put himself in the middle of the photo.
I know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, he put the old timer. You know what? It's probably because like if you're a coin guy, you're like, I don't want some young whippersnapper selling me some coins. I want that old guy there.
It's the old guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna be
Mixes are incredible.
I'm going to Madison this week, so I'm going to buy a coin from Jim's, and then we're going to have a Melinda mix off for the Jim's coins, and whoever wins it wins a coin from Jim's.
Oh wow!
Yeah. I'm out of breath. I have tears in my eyes. What a God! We got to have you on every single week. You guys are
okay. Thank you for having us. What is it? We've been rad thrilled to be here.
Incredibly rad thrilled.
Wow, a little Marky, nice one. All right. Thanks, Gabe and Julie.
Guys. Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, you guys.
Shows your ravioli's. Shows your ravioli's.
When we play Madison, Wisconsin, we got to play that Paul Soglin interview with the kid, with that kid again. I mean,
I'm a huge
that
fan
was
of-
so good.
Awkward Kid interviews are my favorite. Awkward Kid sketch comedy, Tyler's Hideaway, the list goes on and on. So
here's what I want to do. I want to reunite that kid. I think he lives in Brooklyn now, but we could probably get him to go out to Madison and reunite him with Soglin and have a whole new interview as an adult. Yeah, Paul Soglin. I just like calling him Soglin. God damn it, Soglin.
And then we'll all go to Little America and ride the Mad Mouse after that. What a weekend that's going to be. Yeah. Thanks again to Gabe Brownlee and Julie Houts for doing the raviolis. I think we have time for one cyber video.
George, I'm looking in your direction.
Oh, all right. Well, last year I showed a clip from a very weird and rare mini episode of Cheers that was produced and paid for by the U.S. government as a way to sell savings bonds. Do you remember that?
Yes,
I do actually. I do. And by the way, can I just say, lately you've been knocking out of the park with cyber videos. Like your cyber videos have been like red hot.
Oh well, I hope
Calgary flames red hot.
Well, you can't touch a flame when it's red hot. You can't put the fire out. I believe that's the line. So it was bizarre to see actors you know really well spewing propaganda in character. Well, a viewer who wishes to remain anonymous sent in a special episode of another such TV show from the National Archives. So get ready for another classic NBC series being turned into American economic agitprop as we present the first installment of Improperganda.
What do we got, Mac?
Disorderly conduct, Your Honor.
Bad day on Wall Street, gentlemen?
No, Your Honor. Bad judgment on my partner's side. I come back from vacation and find out that this person here made a stupid investment decision for one of my best clients.
There is no reason to pick a fight with the man.
He advised my client to buy U.S. savings bonds.
You deserve everything you got.
Dan. Your Honor, if my friend's brain would ever return from Bermuda, he would realize that today's bonds are very competitive. Counsel, how does your client plead?
Your Honor, these bonds with the variable interest rate are causing a lot of people to get excited.
Billy, I don't think that you've thought through your case very thoroughly.
Obviously not.
I beg to differ.
I love it when you beg.
Savings bonds have become a wonderful investment. If held for 5 years or longer, they offer a variable rate with no upper limit, a guaranteed minimum. They're very competitive, and they often even outperform stocks.
Billy, I know all about savings bonds. They're doing better than my money market.
You? You know about savings bonds?
Yes, Dan.
That's very patriotic of you, sir.
Cut the flag-waving, counselor. It's just a smart way to save money.
That's telling him, Judge. Oh, sure. Big man with the savings bonds.
What you said before about saving, now that's one thing I was never good at. My money always seemed to just disappear.
There's no magic to saving, Mac. Just good sense.
Now, how weird was that?
It is so strange. Like there's no jokes where there should be jokes, and yeah.
It doesn't seem like it would work. It seems like a terrible idea. It seems like people are like you said, you're waiting for the joke to happen. You're not listening to the actual information coming across. You're waiting for the punchline.
Right, and the jokes are extremely watered down. That was a minute and a half, less than a minute and a half of a 13-minute episode. I also got one of the same anonymous Melinda sent in a Golden Girls episode. That was so maybe we'll be seeing that at some point.
Can I ask you? So the person wanted to remain anonymous. Is this because they could get in trouble for releasing this and for showing us this? Is this like a deep throat kind of a thing?
Kind of, yes.
Okay. Wow. Oh, that's the mystery. I love it. Yeah.
But I just imagine how much the actors and everybody involved must have hated this. Like, hey, do you want to do something on top of your normal job to help promote bonds of all things? Like
they got paid though. You know they got paid.
Uncle Sam has deep pockets.
And they must have got paid a lot to do that.
It's straight up a commercial. So
yeah. I would hope that it wasn't, but I don't know.
Can we do, George, can you write a VCR Party script for savings bonds and have the four of us do it someday? We'll do a VCR Party savings bond
Yes,
episode.
in fact, I have one right here. And and I paid for it using savings bonds. Did you know that the variable rate of a double E savings bond Well, oh well.
I think that's how Steve should do Sellout Steve from now on, like a savings bonds episode of.
Hey, U.S. government, we're available. The background's available.
$60.
Let's do it.
$60, U.S. government. I know
Very
times are
reasonable
tough,
rates,
but
government. Yeah.
Nice work,
that was
George.
good.
Your hot streak continues.
Yes, that was a very rare cyber video.
All right, some announcements this week. We're doing our Foxy unboxing this Sunday at 7 p.m. Competing with 60 Minutes. How are we doing against 60 Minutes? Are we beating them, or are they beating us?
Destroying them, absolutely destroying them in the Nielsen's. So thanks for everybody
Take that,
tuning
Ed
in.
Bradley.
It's by the way, you got to be a Patreon at any level if you support us. You get access to those unboxings. If you haven't listened to unboxings, if you haven't listened to the Bastard Tapes, the new episode, it's so good. Some songs that I just are truly rare that you've never heard before, all having to do with toys. So
I think there's
Ruxpin.
I think there's 7 episodes up there now, and they're all about 40 minutes. The running time is perfect because it leaves you wanting more, but it doesn't overstay its welcome. And like we have 7 on there now, so binge all those on a long road trip. Tribeca is coming up. Chop and Steel documentary will be debuting Friday, June 10th, and then it'll play a couple times the next night too, right, Nick? July 11th.
Saturday night. I think we're doing Q&A then too. Yeah.
But go to the website chopandsteel.com. Steel is STEELE, chopandsteel.com. And we put together a fun little website there with some other bonus things. You can actually buy tickets there, and you can get all sorts of stuff and watch videos, and it's a fun little website.
If you didn't see on Saturday, we debuted a new show called the Strange Tapes Strange Show. This is our buddy Scott from Chicago, big video collector. He collects our kind of stuff, but also movies. And he's been doing a show where he just highlights video clips like we do, and sometimes has special guests on. And so for this summer, it's going to be exclusively on the Found Footage Festival YouTube and Facebook pages. So we invite you to watch Saturday's episode. Very entertaining.
I love it so much. I love that this summer we get Strange Tapes on our channel. So like, it's like the summer series with Strange Tapes. I like to think of it as like a summer residency. Like he's going to be with us for the summer, and we'll see how things go. Because he has a different style than we do, but I love his editing style. So I think it complements us well. I think it's a good 1-2 punch. George, did you contact Flower Power yet?
Not made contact. I've been leaving messages at a variety of numbers. Oddly, no one has called me back. There's one number that rings and rings and rings that once went to an answering machine that I think they may have blocked me. So the next stop is me just driving to Phoenix, Arizona, and stopping by the house that I'm pretty sure he lives in. And I'm sure he would not mind like a person appearing at his door.
Some creep just walking up there.
Maybe I'll just open the door. I won't even ring. I'll just to show him how at home I am at his place.
Yeah, do that.
Play your umbilical cord as an electrical guitar, and
I always do.
Make him feel right at home.
I have a clip that I want to show real quick. So Nick and I this week we already watched it. We watched Sin of the City. We watched one episode, and this was a hit. This is from Iowa City, the public access show from 1997. Brad sent it in. Brad has all the episodes. And Nick and I watched one episode, then we watched like 5 minutes of another one. And Nick, it turns out we got a lot of things wrong. Brad emailed me and he's like, here's the real scoop. So Brad's going to join us for the second episode. This week is going to be the first episode without Brad. And then next week we'll have Brad on to clear everything up. Here's one fun fact that I think you'll like. All the music in Sin of the City throughout the entire series, it's always Duran Duran. It's only Duran Duran. So it's like
I saw in the comments, people are like, they're like, that's a Duran Duran song. They did the name that tune far better than we did. So
I think they're playing deep cuts though in it. You know, like I don't think that they're playing just the hits. I just know the hits of Duran Duran. But, so let me play a quick clip here of the fight scene that you're going to see for patrons $10 and up. You'll see this highly intense. Look at this. And do you think the audio is really good here too? Do you guys both think the audio is really good?
Crystal clear.
Very
Dolby.
Yep, it's Dolby.
Yep, Dogma 95.
Yep.
There's like 7 minutes of this kind of fighting in the EP mode.
Like they live.
Yes, it is. It goes on and on and on, and then all of a sudden it'll cut to like a really boring scene that goes on and on and on. I think we should do a marathon of this. I know, Nick, you don't like the M word right now.
Yeah, I need a little break from from the M's, but eventually I'll regain my stamina and be able to do another M.
I think Sin of the City marathon would be fun.
Don't exhaust it, Nick. You have an Alf marathon coming up.
I know. September though. I got a few months, so yeah. But yeah, so that's a fun EP mode, and then we'll have the guy who found or sent us all the DVDs of those episodes on the week after this.
Yes, and he'll clear everything up, and he's an expert on Sin of the City. Can I do one quick that it done? I talked to Dave at the Woodstock show, and he had that it done for me. Here's what he said. He said, when I lived in Buffalo in 1981, a local TV station would play teen exploitation flicks late at night on the weekends. When they got to the bits too naughty for broadcast TV, they'd insert stock footage like waves like hitting the rocks or like wheat fields in the wind and stuff like that. However, they'd keep the stock footage up for 3 to 4 minutes at a time, which is really weird. I've never heard of this before. Likely because they still had to fill up the broadcast time. You know, they couldn't cut it down or cut it out because they had to fill up the full 90 minutes. So you ended up with numerous long stock footage gaps throughout the film. I've always wondered if there was a tape of one of these out there somewhere. So I've never heard of this before. George, I'm looking in your direction again.
I'll take a look. I worked at a TV station briefly, and they would have just cut things out. They had like the cement out to like actually cut things. You know,
they didn't even care if it like screwed up the story, right? Like
absolutely not.
But I don't know if they kept the audio. He told me, but I forgot what the answer was. If they kept the audio up under the waves crashing on the rocks, like if they kept the audio underneath it, or if they just
it sounds a lot like Manos: The Hands of Fate, where there's like 5 minutes of just driving scenes because they needed to make it a feature-length movie. But that was stuff they shot. It wasn't stock footage. So this is even weirder than that. But
this is the weirdest sense. This is the weirdest censoring I've ever heard of.
I'll check Pond 5.
Yeah.
Right. Take a look.
When in doubt. I want to go out on some more of the Jim's Coins hardcore song that we heard at the beginning, that we heard with the Gabe and Julie, because this is really well done. This is by BSS the Artist. And here we go. We'll go out on that. Here's the thing. If we had been prepared, we could have done better.
We'll be right back right after that.
Burn the monastery, smash the factory, crush the enemy, freedom is ours. These are all songs by pillaging villagers. Check it out. Everybody's a puppet when they're dead.
My nose isn't full of yuck anymore.
When we return, Dr. Selner will complete the bunion surgery.
Yes, those are his pajamas he's wearing.
All right, I gotta go.
That's all. That's it.
Let me see that one.
Rocks are done. Gotta sleep. Bye.
That's it. That it done.
We did our best. If we'd been prepared, we could have done better.
What do you think about Bibra?
About what?
In A.
My nose isn't for yuck anymore.
Ooh.
That's all I'm doing.
Cheerio.
Tinkerbell!
We'll be right back right after that.
And Kurt Polstead, the real great guy.
Nice, nice.
Goodbye.
See you later.
Have a good day.
See you Tuesday.
Jim's Coins in Hilldale.